Hello everyone, we are here at Pebble Creek. This is a 55 plus community in Goodyear, and I'm going to go through a video today of everything you need to know about this community, from its lifestyle, its amenities, its housing, its prices, all that good stuff we're going to get into today. So let's check out Pebble Creek. Before we get started, I always have to plug my 55 plus community chart. It's totally free. Just email me if you want it. It breaks down every 55 plus community in the Phoenix area and their different amenities, the cost for things, their housing cost, all that information that you're probably wondering about these communities to maybe help you make that decision for which one is best. Just email me and I'll give you that guide totally free. Now, talking about Pebble Creek, which is on that chart if you're wanting that, of course. But talking about Pebble Creek, let's first look at the location. And surprisingly, Pebble Creek is about the most central 55 plus community in all the Phoenix area. When I say central, I'm talking close to downtown Phoenix and downtown Scottsdale. It is about 25 minutes to downtown and probably about 40 minutes to downtown Scottsdale. So it's by no means a quick drive to anything, but it is the most central. So let's take a drive around this community and show you kind of everything you need to know about Pebble Creek. And so this is just a drive right when you enter. You've got this gorgeous golf course with a nice lake looking into it, and the clubhouses. Really the highlight of the community itself are these massive clubhouses, and there are two in Pebble Creek. This is the Tuscany side, the newer side, and really the higher end side, in my opinion, because of course it is newer. It has a very luxurious feel. They have tall ceilings. They got nice wood features in it. You can see this huge library on your right with tons of hangout spots. People are playing games in there usually, and then straight ahead you have a little cafe that leads out to the golf course in view. On one side of the community center, you have all these different classrooms, and these are different places where they hold clubs. You can see pool happening on the right, but they hold clubs, they hold card clubs, they hold classes where you can actually learn something. So they'll bring in some sort of speaker to teach you something. Right here, you can see this is actually their huge auditorium. It is locked. Those doors on the left show you it, but that screen showing you different events they got going on there. And they have big events in there, and especially around the holidays. They tend to do plays and shows ran by the community itself. Over on the opposite side of the community center, they have a huge ballroom, which they'll hold obviously big events in there. You see a lot of weddings happening in there as well, not just of people in the community, but it's a very nice landscape for people, just anyone looking for a wedding, and they've got the nice bar set up there. This is on the back side of the community center, just nice seating area looking out to the golf course, just overall very high-end feel to it. And this is actually their golf clubhouse, which is under construction, and this is going to be a nice restaurant, a nice sit-down restaurant just outside of the golf clubhouse, and you can see it's under construction, probably a couple months away from being ready to go. They've been redoing that for a few months now, and it does have a nice view overlooking the golf course. Over here, you've got the fitness center, so that's where they have quite a few different things for fitness, really. And I didn't go in because I don't like to record people working out, but they have a cardio section where it's got all your treadmills, ellipticals, all that thing. And then on the other side, they have an actual weightlifting section. And then there's an indoor pool for laps. And then right up against it also is their nice outdoor pool. And they also have a full locker room. They've got a sauna. They've got classes for different things like yoga or dancing, different things like that. They have fitness classes. And then just outside the fitness center, you have a dog park, and there are two of them, one for small dogs and one for big dogs. And right here is what I see as one of the biggest pros of Pebble Creek is how active this community is. If you want to stay active, if you want to get to know people really easy, Pebble Creek is a great option. Pickleball is, of course, one of the more popular things that people are doing. I have never been to this community where these courts are not happening. They are always got tons of people playing on them, and it's never like a huge line to get in and play. Obviously, there's different times where the league can reserve it, but those courts are always being used. You can see a little bit of the golf cart lifestyle where people are driving up to play some tennis on this side. So they've got a ton of sports courts, ton of ways to get involved. Now, let's head on over to the other side of the community, and these are totally connected where you can go to them no matter what side you live on, but this is the Eagle's Nest side. Right when you drive in, again, some great views of the golf course, and there is a lake connected to it. So there are two golf courses. They are not included in your HOA fees. You do get a resident rate if you're included in the community, so you get a little bit cheaper of golf, but they're by no means connected to the HOA in terms of your fees. This is driving up to the Eagle's Nest Clubhouse, which is the original clubhouse, only about 25, 30 years old at this point, but still a very very nice clubhouse, just not as much going on because the Tuscany side is much bigger in scale, but still very nice clubhouse. If you're on the Eagles Nest side, you get access to this amazing clubhouse. And again, as you can see, a high-end feel with wood paneling, a nice library in there. They've got some chessboards, high ceilings, just a really high-end feel. I can't emphasize that enough. Hopefully you get that from this video. And on this side over here, again, they've got some classrooms for different clubs where they can meet up. And if you didn't know, there are tons and tons of clubs that you could join, whatever you're into, whether it be playing cards, car restoration, anything you're into, they have a different club for it. So always a great option. And this is actually connected to their restaurant, which we'll take a little bit better of a look at. But this one also has a ballroom as well on this side. So both sides very well equipped to hold events. And just past that, you can see the restaurant again back there. And as we keep heading on the left side of the community center, you can see that they have the golf clubhouse right on the right. So the pro shop is right there. And then also they have a fitness center on this side as well. Not as large as the one on Tuscany, but still everything you need is included in it. They have two nice golf courses at the community, the Eagles Nest side and the Tuscany side, and they are separate from the community, but a great option to have both of those there. In terms of HOA fees at PebbleCreek, they're around $270 a month, and they do have a $3,088 capital improvement fee. And that capital improvement fee is a one-time fee when you first enter into the community, and $3,000 is about what I'm seeing out of most of the different 55 plus communities. You'll see some as low as $2,500 and then some as high as $5,000, and there's even some that are based on a percentage of the house sale price. But in general, $3,000 is probably around average. If you're talking about housing and looking into moving to PebbleCreek, there are 50 homes currently for sale, ranging from around $380,000 to $1.5 million. In reality, most of them are hovering around $450,000 to $600,000 for those for sale, with the median sale price being $520,000. They do still have some new builds available on the Tuscany side, but in my personal opinion, this phase is maybe the least desirable of all the phases of PebbleCreek. I do love this community, but it's kind of tucked in the corner against two big freeways, so you do have some freeway noise. And then they're also the furthest from the clubhouses, so in my opinion, the resales tend to be the better option here at PebbleCreek. Hopefully you got a good idea of what PebbleCreek is like, and as you can tell, this is one of my favorite 55 plus communities and one of my most recommended when people are considering moving to the Phoenix area. There's over 25 of them here, and PebbleCreek is always brought up in my recommendations. I have this totally free 55 plus community chart if you want an idea of all the different communities, their HOA fees, their amenities, their prices, all that good stuff. Just reach out to me. Totally free chart of all of them just to help you give an idea of what they are like. But PebbleCreek, one of my favorite communities for how active it is, the type of home you can get, and an ideal location compared to all the other 55 plus communities. So thanks so much for watching. If you want help moving to Phoenix or buying or selling a home here in the Phoenix area, I'd love to help you out. Just reach out to me. My email and number on the screen. Stay tuned for more videos about living in Phoenix.